This episode of Cognitive Dissonance is brought to you by adamandeve.com. Just go to adamandeve.com and type in Glory. That's Glory at checkout, and you'll get 50% off almost any item, a free sex swing, and free shipping.
Hey, I love you guys. I just wanted to sing you this song, and it's kind of family tradition, I guess. Every time I'm mad at something, I always have to sing a song, and this is the Fuck You song. It goes like this. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. All right, thanks for everything you do, and have a great show.
Hey, Tom and Cecil, this is Tucker. The reason guys like Franklin Graham say that Trump is ordained by God is because not only does it allow them to hand wave away all his reprehensible actions and comments, but it allows them to wave away their own. So Trump says something nasty about a woman. Well, it's okay because he's ordained by God. Franklin Graham says something nasty about a woman. Well, it's okay because he's ordained by God. It enables them to avoid having to reflect on what's being said.
Hey guys, this is Robert from the taint of Alabama, Mobile. Your show is a bright, shining something in this dark shithole of a religious community that I'm in. So, yeah, glory hole, motherfuckers.
Be advised that this show is not for children, the faint of heart, or the easily offended. The explicit tag is there for a reason.
Recording live from Glory Hole Studios in Chicago, this is Cognitive Dissonance. Every episode we blast anyone who gets in our way. We bring critical thinking, skepticism, and irreverence to any topic that makes the news, makes it big, or makes us mad. It's skeptical, it's political, and there is no welcome mat. This is episode 402. And we are appropriately beginning this recording at 11:30. That is the time to start doing things.
It's always the best time. Directly after 401. We are traveling next week, so we have to record a show a little early this week. So some of the stories we're covering might feel like they're a week old, and that's because they are.
That's not a time lapse problem. It's a we have other plans problem. Thank you for coming. So let's jump right in here. This is a story from the Friendly Atheist blog over at Pathos. Christian activist, specifically Dave Coach.
Doc Coach.
Not a coach. Daubenmeier. I'm sick of, quote, phony black Christians who voted for Obama. I'm just glad this doesn't promise to be racist. That's all I'm glad about, is that this does not promise to be super racist.
We need
yes, sir.
A Doc Coach shirt.
We do need a
not a coach. Is what it says on the back. It'll say Cognitive Dissonance, not a coach. That's what it says on the back. We've got all these shirt ideas. Just nobody to design them.
Someone to make them.
Hey, if you're interested in design work, send us a message.
Ask me about my boobs.
Ask me about my tits is another great Cognitive Dissonance shirt that we can only sell to men.
I love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of great ones we have thought of recently. So send us a message if you're a graphic designer
person
and want to get paid money to design shirts. So let's play this. This is not the coach. He's going to be talking, I'm sure, very sensitively about black and white issues.
I am sick and tired of allowing black people to get away with calling themselves Christians.
Allowing. He's allowed people who We're back to that. Oh, here are the things black people are allowed to do.
I am sick of black people allowing black people to drink from the same fountain.
I am sick of black people thinking they're people.
You know what they should do is they should get the National Guard to march them certain places.
And they're just black. I'm tired of it.
Excellent. Amen.
Jesus.
Why is he so mad?
He's listening. Evidently, the people that are joining in also racist. So that's joyful.
Is he saying that he's tired of black people calling themselves Christian when they're really just black?
I think he's mad at black people calling themselves Christian because they choose to be black over being Christian. That's what he's going to get to because they endorse things like Barack Obama and things like that.
I'm tired of it. And I go to the abortion.
It's uppity. It's uppity, I tell you.
Oh my God.
It's what he says. Uppity. What are we going to teach him to read?
I just want him to slip out an N-word. I just want it to slip out just so you can be like, and now we're done with you forever.
Abortion clinic. When I go to the abortion clinic where they are slaughtered.
Why are you at the abortion clinic?
Because he's protesting.
Okay. I thought he was bringing his girlfriend or whatever. Every time I go, we have to wait this long line full of black people who are also getting aborted. Oh, why can't a nice white guy with his girlfriend get a nice abortion?
Why can't a white guy with his young mistress get an abortion?
This is taking all day. Jesus. She's already going to be out of commission for like 6 weeks. I'm getting fucked twice.
The longer I wait, the more of a person it is.
I still want her to kill it.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to have to dash its head against the rocks. Come on.
When I go to the abortion clinic, where they are slaughtering little black babies, I don't see any black faces there. I don't see this phony black guy there who wants social justice and reparations and all this. He calling himself a Christian. I'm sick of it.
That's the best. Is like these guys are just like they're creating this obvious straw man, which they then paint black, and they're creating this obvious black straw man. What would that?
Like a tar baby? It's a Briar Rabbit reference, guys. It's not racist. It's a little racist.
They just dash the tar baby against the rocks.
And his hand stuck to it.
Oh,
what the
man.
It's got tar all over his hands.
I'm going to wash this off.
The rabbit's like, please don't throw me into the briar patch.
I'm sick of it. So I'm sick of them calling me a racist.
So mad.
Because you're racist.
You're so racist. You're yelling about what the black people are allowed to do.
These blacks keep calling me blackity black, racist black.
I'm sick of it.
He's so mad.
Whenever I go to my Klan meetings, I don't have to put up with this shit.
Yesterday, I played the R card on him. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Is he spelling the N-word backwards now? Is that what he's saying? Played the R card?
Oh, we're not allowed to say race? Is race now?
I think racism?
Well, okay, but still, like, it's not the N-word, right? Like,
yeah.
Like we're not supposed to say race.
But don't they say race card? Isn't that what they say?
Right.
But why would you say the R card? I don't know.
Because I think he's an idiot. Oh. That's what I'm pointing out. Like, what the fuck? Like, I
think he's an idiot. It totally flew over my head because I was like, oh, I don't understand.
You shouldn't understand. It's literally retarded. Yeah. Like, maybe that's the
R card.
The R card.
That's the R card. You're not allowed to say that anymore, Tom.
I'm allowed to say anything I want.
You're allowed to only say it when it refers to dough that you put in the fridge overnight. You're retarding the dough.
That's mean.
And that's
don't talk about the dough like that.
It's special needs dough. Special needs with a K? Come on, that's funny. That's funny.
That's great. That's great.
Special needs
dough. Retarded dough.
Come on, that's funny.
Now that would be a great shirt.
That's racist.
It's ableist, right? Isn't that what that is? Like,
we're going to get 6 million emails about it.
I said, listen, hey, dude, you may be a Christian, but you're black. You ain't nothing but a racist. You throw that black stuff up in my face all the time.
What is penis? What are you talking about?
Who is he even referring to? I love he's just got this, like, he's just angry. Like, he's just so angry, as if like this one encounter that he's having is somehow like emblematic of all people of color that are Christian, right?
Exactly
like,
right. Yeah.
He's like, I talked to a black guy once and it didn't go well. I tell you guys, it was a bad deal.
He's having a conversation with this black guy. He's on a fucking old timey crank radio calling in an airstrike. He's just like, save me!
Or
I need a chopper! Help!
Are you all like this? That's literally the problem. It's literally, okay.
And I'm telling you, he was stammering and stuttering. He didn't know what to say, but it is the truth. And it's a great division. You go to a black Christian and you ask them how they could vote for Barack Obama, the most pro-abortion president in the history of America.
It's true. When I voted for Barack Obama, I had to kill a baby.
It's what I used. Yeah. I used a murdered baby to punch my Chad.
Yeah. Mine was named Chad. So
well, that's why you punch. That's how you murder it. Just punching Chad.
Little baby's dead, and Barack Obama.
It's a Texas fetus. They have to name it. Right? They
have to sing it to sleep before you kill it while it's dying. Go to sleep.
All right, abortion is legal in Texas, but you have to see it in the womb.
And you have to call your mom.
You have to name it. You have to celebrate its first birthday.
You have to get written permission from your priest. Celebrate its first birthday. And stick a cake up there.
And then after that, you can abort it.
Yeah.
You can abort it after it's 1 year old.
Yeah.
The guy who put the White House in rainbow colors when they legalized sodomite marriage, how you as a black man can support that guy.
Because maybe they're a liberal Christian. Turns out you can be liberal and a Christian.
Oh, but he would say those guys aren't Christians, right?
That's what he's saying right now.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what he's saying.
Christians, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't believe that that's a truth.
Yeah,
right?
he doesn't think it's a no true Scotsman.
Right.
Basically, he's like, well, in this case, it's like a no true
Christian
black man.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
He said no true. It's also the case that like not all black people voted for Obama. Like they weren't like, it wasn't like, oh, I guarantee that. Yes, most black people that voted for Obama, but there are plenty that did not.
Ben Carson.
Right, yeah, right.
Because he's an idiot. Because he's one of them. The hell does that mean? I'm not one of you, but he is?
Ridiculous.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And if it's not the blacks, it's some other minority group. I'm sick of it.
I hate them all. Here are the list of minority groups that I don't like.
Get these minorities out of the country already. Jesus.
We should have some kind of minority report.
Can I just say that this great experiment is over?
Put them all in a pot and melt them. Wait, that's not.
We don't want that.
Skip that.
Okay, first we melt them, then we purify them.
And whether you admit it or not, I hope he's watching. Racial relations were probably on the mend here in America till we elected that quasi-Muslim freak.
Well, do you think that race relations got worse when Obama was in office?
They think that race relations got worse because Obama addressed the issue of race with Ferguson and some of the other events that took place during his administration. So I think the problem is that in their eyes was that Obama weighed in on the issues of race.
Before, we used to just sweep it under the rug and not talk about it. And we talked a little bit of, not a lot about it.
We didn't have
not a lot about it. We didn't have a fucking national conversation. We had a couple of addresses by Obama.
Yeah. Yeah. So he spoke up about the Trayvon thing. He said something like, that could have been, if I had a son, he would have looked like Trayvon, meaning like would have been a black dude, right?
Yeah.
So he mentioned that. I think Eric Holder made some comments. So he's, representative of the administration. I know that there were comments made around the Ferguson issue, but they were all like really politically, like,
of course they were crafted.
Conservative.
They were crafted and very probably middle of the road.
Right. But I think because those issues started, some of those issues with relating to police violence against the black community started to come to a head during the Obama administration.
Yeah.
They look at that as not that this has been going on for fucking ever. And now we have better, because really what happened is we had a time period, I think, where the tipping point of technology was reached so that enough people had enough quality. You had camera phones in everybody's pocket. And everybody could capture everything on camera all the time, upload it immediately. It couldn't get seized. It couldn't get taken. Everywhere you go now, there's a fucking video camera. You can't walk 10 feet without there being a video camera available at a pocket's notice. And I think what happened is we reached a technology tipping point where now all the police violence is now all caught on camera.
Yeah.
And it starts to become part of our national conversation because we can no longer ignore the evidence, and that evidence doesn't get taken away by the police. When Rodney King, they had to have like a big ass fucking ye olde style, like reel to reel camera to capture that for shit, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that wasn't even actually on video. They had a sketch artist.
Just with a flip book.
Just really fast.
Am I making this stuff up? I mean, that's what the time's going into. And so if this is not what your time is going into, ladies, you need to reevaluate, the time that you're putting into your household. That's your main job.
All right, this story is from KSL. What the fuck is that?
It's some Mormon
Whatever.
thing.
It's some garbage place. KSL.com. 11 Hildale city employees resign, at least one because of religious beliefs. 11 city employees are resigning. One of them said that they are resigning because they did not want to follow a woman from serving on their local board. He said they couldn't follow a woman, and they also could not serve on a board with somebody that was an apostate.
I love going to a gastropub and getting the apostate board. It's awesome. So good. So good. I'm hungry now.
Still, what you are is hungry still.
Yeah, that's true. We ate
or
a lot.
again.
Yeah,
Those are not again. Now.
This guy can't follow a woman, so every time he goes to like the fucking grocery store, he has to wait until a man gets in line. He's driving down the road. He's like looking over his shoulder. Is there a man coming? Is there a man driving soon? Because I cannot follow a woman no matter what I do. That's gotta be a shitty life to lead,
dude.
Where you're so afraid.
Yeah,
you're so fucking afraid of women that you're like, I just won't give them. I won't let them have anything.
Well, you're willing to like resign from something you care about.
Yeah,
because here's the thing: you have to have cared about this. It is either your job, right? Like a job, or if it wasn't your job, this was something you did in addition to your job.
Yeah.
Which means it's responsibility you took on that you did not have to.
That you wanted to.
Right. Which you would only do if you care.
Yeah.
Right? You only take on additional responsibilities when you care. So like, and then this woman gets elected to the board and then you're like, oh, fuck, a vagina?
No way.
Really? Really?
I'm tapping this gavel. And
that's going to make all the gay stuff we do weird now. I gotta leave.
No, I can't suck Bill's cock.
I mean, I can, but then she's gonna see it, and then she's not gonna like.
Maybe she wants to get in on it.
You know what it is? It's like when everybody's drunk, and then that one person isn't, and then you just look over, and you're like, I know I feel weird. I'm puking in the corner, and I've got alcohol poisoning, and I feel a little judged. I feel a little judged. Because I'm shitty and I'm garbage and you saw it. That's
I think that perfectly encapsulates exactly his motivation. He's shitty and garbage and someone's going to find out.
Right.
Yeah.
I like too that they call themselves out. 11 people are just like, well, wait a minute.
Jesus.
Just in case anyone was wondering, we are terrible. Like we are. I want to raise your hand if you're a misogynist. Do we have a dozen? Not quite a dozen. 11. All right, we got to go.
They all resign, and then they're just like, "Where's my clan hood? Where's that? Just is it in this bag? I don't know."
Oh God! Hey, let's go beat our wives.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, fuck.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. This story is from the Telegraph. Pakistan court convicts 31 over campus lynching of student falsely accused of blasphemy.
Oh my God.
This is why you don't lynch people for blasphemy.
Tom, I think if anything, this proves Shermer's point about campus craziness. And I mean, really, let's be honest here. Lynching
oh my God.
is the most radical form of deplatforming.
Why would they take that platform away?
Because they kicked the platform, and then you're not on a platform anymore.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
It's deplatformed.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
So, guys, if you're mad about deplatforming,
get mad.
This is the kind of deplatforming that you get mad about. I think.
Isn't this incredible?
This is incredible. How many people, Tom? It was an insane amount of people. 26 other suspects when they killed this guy. They had a religious debate in the dorm. It sounds like
right.
It was getting heated, but it wasn't. And they said he didn't blaspheme. He was just having a religious debate.
Talking.
And they killed him.
57 people involved, 31 convicted, 26 additional. How many people did it take to kill this guy?
Unbelievable.
He's like a fucking Tootsie Pop of blasphemy. How many does it take to get to his fucking lynchy center?
Jesus Christ. It's unreal what they got the guy that one of the guys who I guess shot him is he's been given a death sentence, and then they're starting to try some of the other people. One of the things they said in this, which I thought was crazy, was they said all the accused pled guilty. All the accused pled not guilty in the trial conducted at a high security prison due to threats to the defense lawyers and government prosecutors. So the people that were the government prosecutors is what gets me, right? There was threats against the government prosecutors for this.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all. Does that surprise you in Pakistan?
It doesn't, but I was
surprised
crazy.
The opposite way. I was surprised there'd be death threats against the defense.
Yeah.
Because this is a place where clearly having a fucking conversation in college, this is a college dormitory. This is where you're supposed to have these conversations, right? If there's no place for people to have these kind of conversations, I mean, this is the most unsafe space.
Yeah.
Right? You want to talk about an unsafe space? Yeah. This is a deeply...
Yeah, this is the most dangerous game. Are you kidding me? Fucking A.
I mean, you're in college and you're having a conversation about religion. That's like every fucking person ever in college.
Yeah.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
No, I mean, how many... I remember one year... I traveled out to my old junior college I went to university. And when I went to university, you and I went to the same junior college together. And we went back out to that junior college. I went out with another friend of ours, Jacob.
Yeah.
And we drove out. And I remember coming back to that junior college to stop and pick up a friend of ours. And when we went in, there was a Christian group meeting. And I said, hey, let's go talk to him. And I remember Jacob saying to me, I am so sick of arguing about religion because when you do that, that's what you do in college.
Right.
And I had said, oh, come on. And we sat and debated with the guy for a while. And Jacob was bored, but I wasn't. And but what was great was he said that out loud.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in university, I don't know how many times, because I went to a Catholic university.
Sure.
So for me, I debated religion constantly in college, and I was an atheist when I left for college.
Sure.
So I debated it all the time. You're right. It's the one place where you're constantly challenged. And I know we're gonna get email where people are like, no, they're safe spaces, and they're gonna have a pacifier in their mouth, and they're gonna play soft music in a place where people can hide. I know you're gonna send those emails. Don't even bother to send those emails to me. I feel like you're at a university. And you're having this conversation, and then this guy gets killed. What's crazy is there seems to be a currency of death threats because both sides got it.
Yeah, which I find that astonishing.
Yeah, both sides are just at this point, why do you even care about him? You're constantly under threat of death.
I have no idea. But this is Indonesia recently passed laws that are leaning closer and closer to the blasphemy laws, right? And all these Muslim countries, and Indonesia for the longest time was being held up as an example of a moderate Islamic country.
I remember that. A lot of people were
right?
singing
look at Indonesia. Look at Indonesia.
There was a song they were singing.
All right, look at Indonesia now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look now, because it's gotten a lot fucking worse. The idea that God is so easily offended, you got to kill the guy when you're just this kid didn't even fucking blaspheme. I read the article and I thought, who cares if he did?
Yeah.
It's like he's falsely accused of blasphemy. Doesn't that make it worse? It doesn't make it any worse.
No. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
This story's from Pink News. Traditional marriage lawmaker resigns after allegedly hiring prostitute. I love this. I love this, right? So this is Republican lawmaker John Stannard. He's in District 62 in the Utah House of Representatives. Now, his website says, I am pro-life as well as for traditional marriage. I'm a strong advocate for conservative family values. The most important thing in John's life is his family. He enjoys being able to spend more time with his wife and 3 children every chance he can get. Not every chance, it turns out.
Hold on now. John has said that this is not true. He still resigned.
Right.
But he says it's not true.
He does. He says that basically he blames the current climate it basically says, like, look, in the current climate, any allegation is tantamount to is gonna taint him and make it impossible for him to.
That's weird, because doesn't the president have that Stormy Daniels thing that's sort of storming? There's a storm brewing inside of him right now.
To be fair, though, nothing can surprise us about our current president's taint.
That's true.
Like
that is true.
We all know. We should
get Stormy on the show and talk about his taint. I'm sure she would have.
We should get Stormy on the show.
Plenty of things to talk about.
That would be kind of astonishing. Did you see the recent that Trump's lawyer said, "Yeah, I paid her $130,000." I did. Like he admitted.
There was an admission there.
Yeah. He said it wasn't. He said he facilitated a payment. The language he used was I read a breakdown that was very specific about the language that he used. Yeah. It's so lawyer language. Sure. Like he facilitated a payment.
Yeah.
Of $130,000 to Stormy Daniels. Okay.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know, Tom.
But you know what? It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
And,
makes no difference.
They're going to they'll find out whether or not it's true based on that payment, right? But they're also going to find out whether this is true based on a payment, because he might be charged with an ethics rule of charging for the hotel where he banged while he was. And he charged it to his office, right? So he expensed that.
That's
hooker.
He didn't
expense the hooker, but he expensed the room.
Yeah. That's amazing to me. Like when people do that shit, it's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
I don't understand.
You're getting a fucking prostitute. Like, pay everything cash.
Figure out,
Like, right?
Wear a fucking fake nose and mustache.
You're like, I'm gonna go ahead and, can I get a receipt?
My name is Bob Johnson.
Bill Billerson. Anyway, suck my dick. Like pay cash. I'm gonna get a receipt from this fucking prostitute?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What the fuck do you tip? What do you write on that line? What's in the memo section of that check?
Chase quick pay you?
I want the most paper trail for my illicit activity possible.
I'm gonna call. I need someone to notarize this. My favorite part of this article is when they're talking about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, when they're talking about all the different things that the church has done in the past. And one of the things that they say is, last year, a Mormon church guidebook on homosexuality was leaked, including claims that being gay is caused by too much teen masturbation.
Nope.
That's not the thing that leaked, it turns out.
I can tell you, as a staunchly heterosexual man, there's no way that's possible that it's true.
What do they think the dick is? Is it like some kind of magic wand that makes people gay? Or just like Homo erectus? And some guy is gay? Like, how does it even work?
You're like jerking off and you look down, you're like, man, I look good doing this. I should be. I was thinking about pussy earlier, but now I'm seeing my fucking man hand on my dick. And now all I can get,
They stop looking at porn on their computer. They're just looking in a mirror.
You're like jerking off and you see your own ass and you're like, oh, it's over now. It's all over. Now I got to stick in a butt. A hairy one.
Do you like to fuck? Well, the guys at Cognitive Dissonance want to help you out. It doesn't matter if you fuck yourself, someone else, or lots of someone else's. Their sponsor, AdamandEve.com, has all kinds of things to make fucking more interesting and more fun. Right now at AdamandEve.com, if you type in Gloria at checkout, you get 50% off almost any item, a free sex swing, and free shipping. AdamandEve.com. Treat your genitals to a good time.
Jeff Sessions, the lying Keebler elf, is back.
This story comes from the Pathos-friendly atheist blogs. Sessions has installed religious freedom monitors at U.S. attorneys' offices. This, I just want to say,
he has also installed people that will tell him when the neighbor kid is jumping on the bed. He's installed that as well. So.
One of his other proposals, it's an anti-abortion proposal, is to install a baby monitor in every woman.
They have to be put in there by hand.
You're just walking around tuning your woman in.
Wah, 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 wah.
I can hear the ocean in there.
What is that sound? I had tacos.
I read this and it's like, first of all, anytime something has a freedom element and a anytime that there's like a
freedom, you're just like
less freedom.
I don't know if there's gotta be any freedom.
Hey, I'm gonna just be a government official in charge of your freedom. If I'm free, I don't need somebody in charge of it.
There's a guy who just blows a whistle every time you're free. Tweet!
It's the same kind of freedom they have in North Korea to do exactly as they're told, right?
You have the freedom to ejaculate Kim Jong-un and let his ejaculate spill off your face. Other than that, not a lot of freedom. You definitely cannot take any posters.
That's true.
You do not have the freedom to do that.
Well, I mean,
if you do, you do, but then you also have the freedom to get quote unquote botulism, right? Yeah.
I will say though, like at least now they have a poster child for vandalism. It's
a poster child.
It's just a
child not included.
Now there's just a poster of that guy dead. It's like, what if I steal this? It's so meta though.
I love that they say botulism when that guy died. They're like, yeah, he got botulism and coma. And I know when you do the autopsy, it's going to be like signs point to beating, but that didn't totally happen.
I feel like if you got beat to death, like an autopsy is redundant.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get beat to death and nobody knows.
Autopsy, actually.
No?
No, I think that they just examined him because he wasn't dead when he showed up. He died shortly after. And I think that the family was like, we don't even want an autopsy. They just didn't. They didn't.
I don't think I would either.
Yeah,
like he died of fucking North Koreanism.
Yeah.
And that's all you like. That's it. Like it's just like I got to tell you, like I don't feel that bad for him though. Like I really don't. We shouldn't be going to we should not be treating North Korea as a tourist location.
No, it's not. It's not.
It is
a funny, happy time.
It's
at all.
not funny.
Yeah.
We treat it like it's funny. Like we treat it like it's fucking Team America World Police. It's what it is a horror.
Yeah.
It is a horror over there.
It is. It's the Twilight Zone with the kid who can put you in the fucking pond or whatever.
It would be like if somebody seriously, it's not dissimilar to going to Nazi Germany seriously and being like, I just thought I'd go for kicks and just kind of see what all the fuss is about.
See what they're doing with the Jews,
right?
Because there's people three generations that die in camps. Yeah.
This is the worst kind of voyeuristic, mean-spirited tourism possible. Yeah. There are very, very few people who have a reason to go to North Korea that's legitimate. Yeah. This idea that you're going to go to this fucking horrible place to satisfy some kind of morbid curiosity is the same kind of joyless rubbernecking people do when they see a car crash.
This is like poverty tourism.
Yeah, right.
It's like traveling to the worst parts of the United States just to look and gawk.
Right. Yeah. That's all that it is. It's all that, I watched this Vice documentary when I was younger and I remember laughing and it was kind of funny, like parts that were kind of funny. And then as I got older and reflected on it, I realized how fucking horrible and shallow and shitty and mean-spirited it is to laugh at the depredations of other human beings.
And this is not just on a small scale. This is a massive scale. It's a massive scale. It's one guy has all the power and everybody else just does not want to cross him because they will get shot to death by aircraft guns.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm sorry, like I don't feel bad. Like dude goes over there and then that's as far as the story is interesting to me.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have fucking been there.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
It's awful the stuff that they do to people over there.
Right.
I mean, you can watch any documentary, and then just to watch the people that are the people that are over there that have I watched a documentary you turned me on to about eyes, something with eyes, glaucoma or something.
Yeah. Oh, it was insane.
There's a guy who goes over there and fixes people's cataracts or something, and he fixes a bunch of people's eyes, and everybody there thanks the dear leader, and they never say anything to him. And every time they film anyone over there, they are constantly like screaming about how amazing this guy is, because it clearly looks like they're afraid of everything.
They cannot be caught on video saying anything other than how amazing fucking dear leader is the whole time. You know, this is a people that if you try to leave the country, you're shot and killed for trying to leave.
Yeah.
If you make it to China will deport you back to North Korea, and 3 generations of your family will be sent to a camp to starve and die.
Yeah. The only place you can go is South Korea. And then that is heavily guarded. We saw within the last 6 months, someone had tried to drive a police officer or a military guy tried to get across the border on a car.
Yeah.
And he was shot several times. Yeah. He made it, but he was shot several times.
But like people do escape into China. And then when they get into China, the people in China either turn them in or they turn them out as sex slaves, or they turn them into wage slaves. They capture these Koreans and then they're exploited terribly or shipped back to North Korea. It's a horror. It is a horror for these people. This guy goes over there, to gawk and laugh at their fucking silly grocery stores and, I want to take fucking funny pictures of the statues and stuff. And like, it's not funny.
Lord, we just ask to be covered with the blood of Jesus. Open hearts, Lord, open hearts.
Oh, this story is from Right Wing Watch. This is terrific. This is Gloria Copeland giving out some sage medical advice, Cecil.
Yeah, never take medical advice from your pastor. This is Gloria Copeland. Is she's the one that's married to the guy with the big jet?
Oh, I didn't put those things together. I'm sure she is.
Let's look it up real quick, Tom. Yeah, Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah. You're right.
Well, listen, partners, we don't have...
Are we really already? We're already rooting and tooting.
Listen, hey there, little doggies.
Oh my God!
Have a flu season. We've got a duck season, a deer season, but we don't have a flu season. And
does she think flu is a kind of animal, Tom?
Right? Like you're just gonna like mount the flu on your wall?
We don't have. Yeah, it's just the tiniest little plaque you've ever seen.
You gotta shoot this little tiny little gun. Yeah, it's almost like you could shoot them with a needle. And not get it, possibly. Yeah.
Don't receive it when somebody threatens you with everybody's getting the flu.
Is that a threat or is that a caution? I don't know. Is that a threat?
I think when the CDC says it, it's just like a fact. There were 40,414 deaths in the U.S. during the third week of 2018. 4,000 were from pneumonia or influenza.
Wow, that's 10%.
10%. 1 in 10 deaths in the last 3 weeks were from the flu in the United States. 4,000.
But there's not a flu season, though. Just heard it. There's a duck season.
Don't even worry about it. There's a deer season.
Maybe they're being killed by deer.
Maybe it's Lyme disease
they're
season.
Being gored by deer.
As you sometimes are.
We've already had our shot. He bore our sicknesses and carried our diseases. That's what we stand on. And by his stripes, we were healed. If you've already got the flu, I'm going to pray for you right now.
How would you have
the flu in your...
How would you have it if you can't get it?
It's just said, like, do we just know we don't get diseases anymore? Except for all the people that get diseases?
I guess all those people they're not believers.
Like fucking Pat Robertson just had a stroke.
That's not a disease. That's just a defect.
Okay. All right. How are we defining that? Like,
yeah. Well, it's interesting because they'll say something like this that's clearly demonstrably false, right? They'll say something like this, but their followers just immediately believe it. They immediately believe that they're safe from the flu. How dangerous is that? Okay, first off, nobody under 75 is even watching you. So you're already at the fucking
target zone,
yes,
right?
the immunodeficient area, right? Like these people are all immunodeficient. It's basically like fucking just sprinkling the flu on babies. which is fun, but just doesn't last. It just doesn't last.
The babies don't.
Yeah. You just got to replenish the babies all the time. That's why I spend a lot of time at Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, that's why.
Father, I pray for every person that has symptoms of flu. I'm asking you, Lord, by your supernatural.
But the asymptomatic flu carriers, fuck them.
No, those
Let
guys,
them continue to spread the flu.
They don't have,
I don't know how this works at all. What's incubation mean?
Asking you, Lord, by your supernatural power, to heal them now from the top of their head to the soles of their feet.
To their tippy toes. And their itty bitty fingers.
I like that
and
she
their
had to
widow nose.
She had to like specify, like, okay, I need you to heal him.
Here's the thing.
The whole this time. I know last time.
How do you want me to? Do you want me just to throw it in their general direction, or should I like heal them, like maybe just like their earlobe? Like what exactly? Now
God.
You gotta really like just land this fucking plane, Copeland. You gotta tell me
top to bottom, God.
Top to bottom, like
bottom.
the top of their balls. To their,
you're always
to their
starting
anus.
at the balls.
Like what exactly?
You're hovering in the genital area.
You're cutting
again.
into my hound dog brushing time,
Just
and I am a very busy man.
Flu, I bind you off.
I bind you, the flu. The flu's like, oh, fuck, I got bound.
The flu's head spins around and it pukes.
Whoa, the flu got, like, the flu.
The people, in the name of Jesus. Jesus himself gave us the flu shot.
Out of his private means. Some of you have that little influenza bug. That influenza bug is going to make you die. Assured. Tonight, Jesus is going to let you die.
He redeemed us from the curse of flu.
And that's more that he did it. Redeemed us from the curse of the flu. Who is cursing us with the flu? Maybe we cut out the fucking guy cursing us with the flu.
I love, like, okay, well, but Jesus, and then, time, and then the fucking Black Death happened.
Yeah, right.
And
remember when that happened?
That was a lot of real religious folks.
I know you don't, but
I don't remember it. Yeah, because I wasn't born in the fucking 1300s or whatever.
You're not Noah. Yeah.
We receive it and we take it, and we are healed by his stripes. Amen.
Jesus was a zebra.
Whenever I hear that, I was thinking that Fruit Stripes gum.
That's 6 feet of gum for you, not them.
The Bible says he himself bore our sicknesses.
But he didn't.
Just keep repeating this.
Because there's been a lot of people sick, you fucking slack-eyed yokel.
And carried our diseases. And by his stripes, we were healed. When we were healed, we are healed. So
oh my God.
What the fuck are you
Oh my God.
about?
What does that even mean? When we were healed,
she's
we are
changing
healed.
the tenses, Tom.
I know what she's doing. I know. I even know what she's driving at, but it's like she has nothing to say and she's just saying it more. You know what I mean? She's just like, I don't have anything to add to this. Let me just keep talking.
Get on the word, stay on the word. And if you say, well, I don't have any symptoms of the flu, well, great. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. We did not supposed to, like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's good. That's good. And it's not going to sneak up on you. Don't worry. You're going to be fine.
You know what nobody likes? The flu, said God, but you don't get the flu because of stripes. But if you have the flu, then I'll pray for your flu. If you don't have, what the fuck are you on about?
I just want, when I get stripes, I just want to make sure that they lift me up and then they put me 45 so I get that nice crosshatch stripe.
Yeah,
like a good grilled burger or a chicken breast. Do you know what I mean? Like that cross-hatching on there is just so nice.
Just keep saying that. I'll never have the flu. I'll never have the flu.
And the flu is always repelled by your chanting.
I'm repelled. I got to say it would work because I am repelled by her chanting. If I were the flu, I would avoid her like the plague.
Inoculate yourself with the word of God. He himself bore my sicknesses, carried my diseases. And by his stripes, I was healed. I am healed. And Jesus is Lord. Hallelujah.
What a nincompoop. What a total nincompoop.
Oh, God. You know what they need? You know how they have a Jenny McCarthy body count? They need a fucking Copeland body count.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the people that listen to her show that just wind up fucking dead.
Dude, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be none.
Yeah.
If people fucking follow this crazy ass advice, it wouldn't be zero.
Contrary to popular opinion, God is not against sex. It was his idea in the first place.
This story's from Right Wing Watch. This is Kevin Swanson. This is the sackcloth and ashes guy. He's blaming the Larry Nassar sexual assault scandal on the fact that gymnastics involves a fair amount of immodesty.
Sports tends to focus on the body. And I think we need...
That's because that's what we use to play sports with. What fucking else would we...
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I think we define sport as something that you're active doing. Right?
What else would we...
I mean, it's chess isn't a sport, is
right,
it?
No.
So I can't think of anything else.
I mean, maybe the esports, but I don't think those
curling.
are sports. Curling is amazing. Thank you very much. It's the only Winter Olympic sport I would actually watch.
I saw a hilarious GIF the other day.
Of the cats?
No, it was 4 brooms on a hallway sweeping in front of a Roomba that was going down. It was fucking hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious.
I want to. There's places I've said this, but I want to do. Like there are places you can go curling. Just go. And I want to go.
It's like bocce ball with like 6 contestants.
It just looks so silly.
Yeah.
I want to do it so bad.
You need to understand this as well. There is an infatuation with the body. And this is the way it was with the Greeks as well. They become very interested in the body. And of course,
who isn't interested in the body?
I'm interested
in my own body. I'm interested in other people's bodies.
Well, the body is what we use to live inside.
That's how I show people who I am.
Right? That's my doing stuff machine. Right?
That's my working body.
I seriously, like the idea that like we're supposed to be disconnected from the body. Yeah. That's the vehicle that is us. We are nothing but the meat. You know, we are not connected to our body. We are our body.
We are. We're like, the meat.
It's all meat.
It's all meat. Even the branular region is
It's all meat. If something goes wrong with the meat, it all goes to shit. Right? If your brain meat gets weird, you are not good anymore. You're not you anymore.
Not gooder.
It's not like, oh, my brain meat went weird, but there's still this me that goes out. No, all that is bullshit.
Yeah. Of course, the sexual aspect of the body as well. And some sports encourage immodesty.
I used to know there was a woman I used to work with who didn't like football but watched it every week because she liked to look at the guys in their tight pants.
All sports encourage. You know, there are no sports where you can wear a fucking burqa and win. You ever seen I mean, like, I guess, like, maybe if you were to make, like, the 3-legged race, like a sack race.
I will say the guys in fencing, they're in...
But aren't they wearing tight?
They're tightish. It's tight. Yeah, it's not like they're not wearing baggy clothes because then you get tagged more often.
That's what
I
mean,
though. You want to be skin tight. They're all, like, rail thin.
Everything is skin tight because, like, you need shit that's, like, form-fitting and, like... Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe, like, that fucking... biathlon thing where you like cross country ski and like shoot at a target, but nobody's ever watched that.
Well, in hockey, they are all puffed out because they're in pads and shit too.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So,
but yeah, I mean, like it encourages some modesty. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah,
cool.
The UFC is a perfect example of like super ripped dudes that are in like little tiny banana warmers and are fighting. Like that is like I remember my wife doesn't like fighting, but if I'm gonna watch UFC, my wife will sit down and be like, she's like, what's up with where's George St. Pierre at? Like my wife likes fucking UFC because those guys are all fucking like super ripped and like perfect.
Right. If I looked like that, I would never wear more than that.
I would never. Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't own shirts.
It would be I would just basically take a Band-Aid and put it on my balls because they'd be so tiny from all the steroids. So it wouldn't matter.
I would wear the legal minimum amount of clothes in every location.
Absolutely.
I'd be like, I look like this.
Yeah.
Why would I wear clothes I look like this?
Yeah. Revealing large portions of the body. And this happens in some sports. So these are the risky sports. Mm-hmm. Here they are. What are the risky sports? Gymnastics, swimming. These are
risky. How?
Risky in the sense that there's a lot of skin showing, I guess is what he's saying.
Yeah.
But, although I don't think so in gymnastics. Like in gymnastics, the girls are in like leotards. They're in form-fitting stuff. But they're not out there.
It's like
in
a one-piece swimsuit.
They're in like singlets and shit.
Yeah, but it's like the equivalent of a one-piece swimsuit. It's like high up on the hip.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
I don't really know. I don't watch it.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like that. Right? It's high up on the hip and whatever.
So it's like 80s lingerie.
Yeah, right? But I think he's saying it's risky in the sense that, like, those are the people that get molested. I think he's saying that they are at a higher risk.
Is he saying, Tom, what were they wearing? Is that what he's saying?
I legitimately think that that's what he's saying right now.
I'm feeling sick.
Yeah.
These are the sports in which there is an added risk. And again, friends, I'm laying this out for you. Why are all of the gymnasts
gay?
More of a risk than other sports. In fact, the Indy Star did an article just last year. You might remember this article. It was an expose on this very thing. And it was these news articles concerning gymnastics that I think got some of this to the surface by the providence of God. Now, I'm thankful that...
Wait, with providence of God, what is he, a reporter for the Indy Star?
I couldn't get on the Washington Post, but I'm working for the Indy Star.
They wouldn't have me in the Washington Post. Just turn to the Providential page. That's where I'm at.
Also, the obituaries. That was all me. That was my doing.
Tag, you're dead.
Some of the sin is coming to the surface because, at some point, God is not going to put up with 20 years of this. And he's going
But he did.
But he
literally put up with it.
He totes did. And then God didn't do the expose. People came forward.
Oh, my God.
That's how this works.
God is not going to put up with it. Also, he totally put up with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, someone wake up God.
The civil magistrate won't. The media will, because by the sovereignty of God, he's going to bring this thing to the surface. I'm thankful he did. The Indy Star was the first, one of the first newspapers to address this. They found, get this, 368 gymnasts who were molested.
Yeah, see, he's saying that the gymnasts, they are at higher risk in gymnastics because they dress immodestly. That is what he is saying. He is saying that right now, out loud. It's what was she wearing?
Spoiler alert, it was a gymnast outfit.
Really want your daughters involved in a sport that involves a fair amount of immodesty, in which red-blooded American male coaches are interacting with these girls. Or worse yet, where the infatuation of the body eventually affects the lesbian coaches.
Yikes! There we go. There we go. It's out loud and everything. Out loud and everything.
Shit. Red-blooded American
male
horny rapists is what he's saying.
He's
saying red-blooded man in America is a rapist. Case closed.
That's it.
If you're a dude and you're in America and you have iron in your blood,
if you see what he's saying is, if you see a woman and you are a woman or a girl or whatever, and you're attracted to her, and he's saying like the immodest clothes make somebody attracted.
Yeah.
If you're attracted to him, well, I mean, you're probably going to rape him or molest him or whatever. Like you're just, because that's how that works in his mind. That's how these guys conflate sexual attraction with sexual predation. And those two things are not linked. I have been sexually attracted to people, and I've never been a sex predator. Those things are not related.
And I've never been sexually attracted to a young person.
Right.
This guy didn't do it because he was a red-blooded American. He did it because he's a fucking sicko. That's why he did it. He did it because he can't control himself, and he's an awful, shitty person. He did it because he's a fucking monster. He's not a regular person. We shouldn't be talking about him like he's a regular person. Right. He's not a regular person. He's a fucking monster who systematically raped hundreds of children.
Why are we having a conversation trying to decide what made him do it? As if some external factor.
Exactly.
Right,
like there's some switch that when he walks by, he's like, oh, fuck, I can't help myself. Because like she was in a tiny outfit.
Because if that were the case, then every fucking coach would be there. You know, it's like, no, this is all internal. This is something that's fucking broken in him, right? He is broken.
Yeah.
There are pieces of him that are not any good and never will be.
Yeah.
That's what makes this happen.
Sure.
Is the garbage inside of him.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're right. If it was, that gymnasts just happen to be raped by every coach, I think we'd stop having gymnasts.
Well, but this is an attempt to excuse this behavior.
That's exactly
in all
what
of
it
this.
is. That's
It's
exactly
an attempt
what
to
it is.
excuse this behavior and move the culpability goalpost.
exactly.
Right? And that's monstrous. These are kids.
Yeah.
You deserve to be raped. I don't care how old you are, actually. I ignore that. Everybody deserves to be raped. Never.
Yeah,
That's
times.
the time that
All
you
of the
deserve to be
zero
raped.
times.
That thing that you did, no matter what it was, means you deserve to be raped. Never.
Yeah.
There's no thing you can do that means you deserve to be raped. There's no clothes you can wear that means you deserve to be raped. You never deserve to be raped. It's fucking crazy. So anybody who does it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. It doesn't matter what the context is. It doesn't make any difference. There's no context
Absolutely.
where it's excusable
Where
to
there's-
fucking rape somebody.
Where there's a get out of rape free card.
Right.
Yeah.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, stories from Right Wing Watch. Alex Jones, transgender rights activism is really about cyborgs. Oh, finally someone said
God,
it.
thank goodness.
I'm just glad.
So happy we're not going to be talking about rape. Maybe.
Really important. And I know the last few days I said I would get to what the whole trans movement's about. And
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm glad he's going to mansplain this to us.
This is good.
and why if you say tranny, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, says they will ban you.
Because it's a slur, it turns out.
Really,
It's like saying the N-word.
Yeah, right. Yeah, pretty easy. Actually, it's not.
Yeah. You know, we didn't know that.
Well,
We had to be corrected on that years ago.
Yep.
But we said it once. I thought one of us said it or something like that. And
we got corrected.
we got corrected and we
stood
just
chastised.
immediately stopped doing
Right.
it. Never did it again.
It was real hard
Yeah.
to. No, it wasn't actually.
No, I just never said it again.
You know, this idea that like our language is being policed. I do think that there is some ridiculous hypersensitivity to language that is part of some cultural elements, right?
Absolutely. And I do think there are bad actors that do try to wield that like a club.
Absolutely,
there are bad
they do.
actors
Absolutely,
for sure.
they do.
Absolutely.
But you know, there's also some there's some low bar asks, right? That we just
super low bar.
That there's
Use
a
my
handful of
pronouns.
words. Yeah,
Use
this
my
is not,
pronouns.
This is not difficult.
I'm not, and nobody's saying use dragonkin or whatever. You know?
Nobody's ever asked for that.
Nobody's saying that. What they're saying is, hey, can you just call me she?
Right. You know, and can you avoid saying tranny? Yeah, I can avoid saying that.
Yeah, I could just never say it again.
I just
it turns out I was never really connected to the word.
Right. Like,
yeah.
But like there's some people have this really aggressive, I can say whatever I want. You still can. Let's be clear, you still can.
Yeah.
It's just that everybody's going to think you're shitty.
Yeah, you're a bad person then.
So if you don't want everyone to think you're shitty, follow the social rules.
And it's not hard. These are not huge asks. Like you say,
right.
Don't say the N-word. Okay.
Yeah,
no worries.
I say that word as many times as I want to say that word.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I always
same
have,
thing.
right?
Same thing with me. I say it as many times as I want, which is never.
Yeah.
And that N-word I'm using is not never, by the way. And
Narragansett.
It's
sorry, I had to say it.
There's 4 or 5 words that people are just maybe don't use those. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You wonder, do you? I mean, I mean this sort of genuinely. The people who really aggressively push back, is it because their vocabulary is so stunted? It
might be.
Any loss of a city, oh my God, look,
yeah,
I rely very heavily on these things.
Exactly.
I've got 12 or 13 words at my disposal. Tops.
It's like taking a crutch away from a one-legged guy.
Right?
It's the only thing I have.
This is my only one.
I mean, we've had executives from Facebook and Twitter call here, and it's official executives, and say, we don't want to ban you, but you can't use that word above all other words. And I'm going to explain it, what's behind it. It's not the people, men that want to be women or women that want to be men. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with something.
Okay, this is going to be good.
I can't wait for what's going to happen right now.
Think bigger.
Okay, I'm thinking bigger.
The most protected class are going to be augmented humans, cyborgs, you name it.
Okay.
I love it.
I'm done.
Yes.
I don't want to do this anymore.
No,
I want to
do this.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yes, you do.
I don't want to travel to here.
I don't. This is where you want to be. Cecil.
This is not.
Cyborgs are going to be the protected class.
Time. This is
you
not
have a degree in philosophy.
The things that I want to do with my life.
Do you remember when you were young and idealistic?
I don't. This just killed all the idealism I had.
That was a better.
It suffocated it in a plastic wrap. Well, it was like it's like one of those movies where like the guy gets hit in the head and he's bleeding, and then they put the plastic wrap over his face and it fills the plastic wrap, and he kind of chokes on his own blood. That's how I feel every time he talks.
Yeah, that's actually a really good summation.
I feel like that lady who's sitting in casino in her own house, just like having a cup of tea, and Joe Pesci comes in and shoots her in the face 3 times. I feel like that lady every single time I listen to Alex Jones.
I am curious what the cyborg augmented class of humans. Come on, we got to get in on this. We will never know what happens next unless you hit play.
Do we have enough time to stop at this point?
No, this is, come on, man. We got 3 minutes of this wonder. This is our hobby. We do this because it's fun.
I'm going to take up a safer hobby like cutting.
And you're going to have humanoids, which again isn't a man and a woman with the chromosomes splicing together. They're already announcing the first baby with 3 parents to be born this year. They've been doing it for decades, but
I don't want to do this.
Come on, man.
I can't do this.
Come on. It's not a human with the chromosomes.
Oh, what does it have? What does it have? RNA? Does it have DNA as RNA?
It's not a human. It's something.
It's not human intelligence, or it's just not a human.
Different when you got.
I want the life enhancement technology.
He's gonna get it.
3 parents, and you say, "Oh, we just changed some of these genes over here." It changes the whole deal.
Says Alex Jones.
It turns
geneticist
into a turkey club.
Let me tell you what the doctors don't know or want to tell you. But then I, as a uneducated dimwit with a fucking basement studio, I'm going to teach you.
Is there any way that we could have an InfoWars board, though?
Tell us, Gregor Mendel.
He's just a green screen. We could do that, right?
We could. We should.
We could do that. We just have to wear black all the time or whatever and look like we're a floating disembodied head. But I think we could do it.
I think he is just a floating disembodied head. That's not the green screen. That's just
with RNA instead of DNA.
As you start mixing 2 women, that's a whole nother subject because women
are lesser, and when you mix the 2 women,
you get like an 80% of a like. If you don't have a man involved, you don't get a whole person. You get like
part of a person.
They'll be born without
breasts,
feet or something. They'll have the total recall titties, where it's just like that middle titty.
You play the xylophone on those. Like, boom, bada, boom, bada, boom, bada, boom, bada, boom. That's the bongo, not the xylophone.
I was going to say xylophone over there.
Xylophone makes a tinky sound.
The fuck kind of xylophone are you playing?
Not a bunga bunga. So a bunga bunga sound.
That's a bongo, right?
Be a bongo or a conga drum or something. But a xylophone would be more like.
If it's not a Jamaican chicken steel drums.
I don't know. I can't do it. But
have double the genetic code and then some.
Little extra. They throw a little extra in there. It's like that fry you get in your bag when you order the onion rings.
Yeah, you get a little extra.
You're just like, I didn't order a McNugget. Score!
If you get extra chromosomes, you have a problem. Like, that's not good for you.
You don't have a good day.
I'm just saying, like, if you have extra chromosomes, there's a possibility.
There's nobody there that wants those chromosomes.
There's a possibility that you and all your friends.
Chromosome fairy that comes by and awards people extra chromosomes.
Put this on 23.
Yeah.
And then 1 extra chromosome, but also the mitochondrial DNA that the men don't even have.
Yeah, women are Jedi. I don't know if you knew that.
Wait, what is he saying?
Is he saying that? Tom, I stopped listening at 33 seconds.
I want to know. I'm curious. Now he's got me intrigued.
And so they're creating new life forms. And they're just creating a stampede where you don't criticize that.
Can I summarize where we're at so far?
Please do.
So we can't the reason
tranny
is offensive.
Hold on. Yeah,
the reason tranny is offensive is because
Facebook called him.
Facebook called him to say we don't want to ban you.
Executives for Facebook
tranny.
and Twitter called him to say that tranny is offensive.
And
so you can't say it.
Right.
And you can't say it because cyborgs.
Because cyborgs and augmented humans
cyborg and women
are going to be the
with
most
extra DNA.
double special people.
And they're going to share DNA and have extra
you're jumping
DNA.
ahead. They're going to have 3 people that make a new person.
Three
parents.
Sure.
It's a 3-headed dragon.
Yeah, it's a Hydra
Khaleesi or something.
Yeah.
And then
it's a Khaleesi.
That's how you get one.
It is.
And then you have
Caliente.
If 2 women,
I mean literally she is because she walks in the fire. So Caliente.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then if you get 2 women that have a kid, you have DNA that's extra left over plus DNA,
which is good.
And they
DNA,
have mitochondrial DNA that men don't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's right where we're at. All right. Good job, Tom.
I nailed it.
You know exactly where
And I made the joke a few weeks ago. You know, there's hundreds of new sexual preferences, and Facebook recognizes 50. So I said, will I get in trouble if I don't know the LGBTQTZ L394QQZ45 ABCDQFP?
11101100011011001.
The humans are dead.
It actually came out in the news this week that people are saying it's this big long thing, and if you don't know that, you're hateful. And
that's not what they said.
Nobody said if you don't know it, you're hateful.
Said. Yeah, it looks like they changed it, Tom, to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersexual, asexual, pansexual, polygamous, and kinkiness is what they're saying, the LGBTQIAPK. But I guarantee that everybody is still fine with LGBT.
You've got to add each new group to it. And I'm just like, they got groups of people that want to have sex with cars.
I know what they're called. Autoerotic.
Oh,
come on, that's funny.
Nice.
It's also late.
Nice. You know what it is when one of those cars puts their top down? It's a car show. That's not very good.
Caliente.
In fact, you looked up the name the other day, Zach.
I'd like a Ford Caliente.
And then the headlines were Alex Jones says gay men want to break into your garage and have sex with your car. Nothing about gay men. Nothing about sex with. It was all about, as they add all these new things, then make us accept it. Like this woman wants to be blind. We pour Drano in her eye and the taxpayer pays for her to live as a blind woman. That's mental illness. Are we going to put that on there too? Well,
what? That's nothing to do with nothing to do with how you identify sexual identity. That's nothing to do with it.
No, I think he's saying like anybody can identify as anything. I think that's what he's trying to say. Is anybody, so she can identify as blind and then she blinds herself.
This is just that fucking, this is just a scare. This guy's just scared.
It's one person. It's not like there's going to be a rash of people like, oh, I have always wanted to be blind.
I just wanted to be blind. Is there anyone who could just pour shit in my face?
And then the government will just write me a fat check. All I have to do is get rid of my eyes.
It's happened. And it'll be like the national religion to go L3Q943ABCQ
P111011001
BLVQ543Z down to ... 34Q597.
You guys got to see it. 240. You got to see the face he's making. His eyes, while he was saying that, each eyebrow was moving in different ways.
See it again?
Yeah, it was amazing.
L3Q943ABCQ PBLVQ543Z down to ... 34Q597. I mean, it's just total mental illness. But it's how you destroy a civilization. I'm telling you, it's like the South Park episode. You go have them, put a fake blowhole on the top of your head and a fin on the back of it. You're not a dolphin. You're not a penguin.
Penguins don't have blowholes. Penguins
fins and blowholes.
Penguins don't have blowholes. Now you
have fins either.
If you put a blowhole in them, they don't function anymore. It turns out. You can listen to the Shackleton episode that we're doing on Citation Needed, which will tell you all about penguins and
who wants to get blown by a penguin. That pointy fucking blowjob.
You ever see them open their mouth? They're a horror. They are a horror. They have weird. I'm just gonna do a Google search.
I hate birds, so this is gonna be terrible. Oh, what the fuck? What's in that face?
Oh! You'll never be the same. Look at that.
Oh, fuck. fuck? What is that in there?
It's like a face.
What the fuck? It's like fucking icicles and shit hanging out from its middle of its mouth.
Looks like a shark.
Fuck. Fuck.
Penguins.
What the fuck?
You would not want a blowjob from a penguin.
Oh my God. Oh, that's the shredder. Are you kidding me?
It's like when when you make fries on the mandolin. Like
Holy
that's what it looks
shit.
like. Great.
Fuck, I hate penguins. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that fucking thing.
Oh, guys, just do a search for penguin with its mouth open. You'll love it.
God, I would shoot
And
that
there's
thing.
males and there's females. And then there's genetic mutations of hermaphrodites. And we're not attacking hermaphrodites. The point is that it's happening to the animals too.
What are you
Whoa,
what? What are you talking
What's happening
about?
to the animals?
Hermaphroditia?
Is that what he's saying?
I don't know. I think.
So we're going to talk about the plan to end humanity. There it is, LGBT. They found it. LGBT. Activists push for LGBTQQICAPF2K. I told you it'd be something like that. You can't make this up. And that's in major Canadian newspapers, you name it, with the president there saying people kind. I mean, this is an assault on biology.
It is. They actually repelled in from mathematics class. Shot the place up. That happened this week, and it's going to happen next week too,
right,
at your local school. So don't worry.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
If you missed
this
last
shooting,
week's shooting, you'll be next week's shooting.
If you missed last week's, you won't give a shit about this week's either.
Well, we don't have an email section this week because, like we said, we recorded this right after 4:01. So we just read the email. So we don't have an email, but we will be reading the email next week. And we hope to have some pretty exciting guests on a couple weeks in a row coming up in March. So we're excited about that. We're not going to tell you who they are ahead of time because we have had some of that stuff.
We've had some stuff fall through. Yeah, so, people are busy. Schedules get moved around.
But we are excited about the guests that we will be having, and we'll let you know who they are. Hopefully, once we record with them, so we'll probably let you know on social media and stuff. But it's late, and we're going to stop recording. And we're going to leave you, like we always do, with the Skeptic's Creed.
Credulity is not a virtue. It's fortune cookie cutter, mommy issue, hypno-Babylon bullshit. Couched in scientician, double bubble, toil and trouble, pseudo quasi-alternative, acupunctuating, pressurized, stereogram, pyramidal, free energy healing, watered downward spiral, brain deadpan sales pitch, late night info docutainment. Leo, Pisces, cancer cures, detox, reflex, foot massage, death in towers, tarot cards, psychic healing, crystal balls, Bigfoot, Yeti, aliens, churches, mosques and synagogues, temples, dragons, giant worms, Atlantis, dolphins, truthers, birthers, witches, wizards, vaccine nuts, shaman healers, evangelists, conspiracy, doublespeak, stigmata, nonsense. Expose your sides. Thrust your hands, bloody, evidential, conclusive. Doubt even this.
The opinions and information provided on this podcast are intended for entertainment purposes only. All opinions are solely that of Glory Hole Studios, LLC. Cognitive Dissonance makes no representations as to accuracy, completeness, currentness, suitability, or validity of any information, and will not be liable for any errors, damages, or butthurt arising from consumption. All information is provided on an as-is basis. No refunds. Produced in association with the local Dairy Council and viewers like you.